Good morning. Welcome back to Algebra 2. Today we're going to put together what we've talked about with piecewise functions and limited domains with transformations of functions, where you take something and you shift it left or right, or move it up or down, or stretch it or compress it. So in a fun activity where you get to make a picture on Desmos. So I really like this activity today. So anyway, I'm on the Canvas page right now, and it explains what your requirements are for this. You are going to use Desmos to create a picture using piecewise functions and transformations. The parent functions that you can use, I have listed. You've learned about linear functions for a very long time. That parent function is just y equals x. That's the most basic linear function you could ever see. So that's why we call it the parent function. And then you're very familiar with using y equals mx plus b form from that. You've been doing it for years. So that's what we'll use to move the line around there because you're real used to it. Quadratics you have talked about in Algebra 1. The most basic quadratic is y equals x squared, and that makes the smile or the frown. It would be a smile in this case, but you can make it a frown by putting a negative in front where the a is. And so I have the transformed function written for you over here. And then absolute value is one we're going to be learning about soon. It's got a v to it, and it's absolute value of x, y equals absolute value of x, and here's what it will look like with transformations included. To limit the domain in Desmos, here's how you are going to type it. You have to use the fancy brackets, which are located kind of close to your enter key, and you want to use your less than or greater than signs, and make sure to close those fancy brackets. And domain is about x's, so you'll have an x in there. You need to have at least 6 equations total. I have 3 listed here as requirements, so you can repeat anything that you want. Okay, so you have to have one of each, linear, a quadratic, and an absolute value, but the other 3, you can do whatever you want. Okay, now you can even use like circles, because you've learned about circles in geometry before. So if you remember the equation for a circle, go for it. You can use that. However, there are some functions you don't know about yet. I know that you can find these Desmos designs online, okay? Don't cheat. Don't use one that you find online. I'll be able to tell because I know what you don't know yet, okay? So let's not go there. Besides, that would rob yourself of a learning opportunity, and we don't want to do that now, do we? Yeah, but you need at least 6 equations. You can do more than that if you want. It's fine with me if you're having fun. What you're going to submit to me is a screenshot of your finished design. And make sure I can see your equations on the left. See, this is the left for you, I think. So make sure you can see the picture and the equations so that I can see those. So let me go over to Desmos, and I'll show you what I mean getting started. So let's say that I want to use my parabola first. So that is going to be y equals x squared. So to get an exponent, the character above your 6 will make something turn to an exponent. And then if you want to type other stuff, make sure you use the arrow key to make your cursor turn large again. Otherwise, the other stuff that you type is still going to be in the exponent, and we don't want that. So, okay, so here's my most basic parabola. Let's say I would like to slide that thing over. So I think that is to the right for you. So let's say I want to move it. I don't want it to have the x and y axis in the way. So I think I'm going to slide it. So I'm going to go over here with my cursor. I'm going to put some parentheses here because I want an x minus h type idea. So I don't know. I think I'll slide it 6 spots over and close that parentheses. And I also want it to slide up. This is going to be like the beginning of my happy face. So let's go plus 2. Okay, so that's moved my smile up. It's a little steep, I feel like, for a smile. So I think I want to flatten that thing out. So I'm going to put like a 0.3 in front of it. Okay, there, that's looking better. Only I don't want it to go on forever. I want to limit this domain here. So I would like my smile to go, I'm looking from like 4 to 6. So behind my equation, I'm going to use the fancy brackets and put 4 is less, gotta use shift, less than x is less than, what did I say I was going to go to? 6? Oh, no, that's not far enough. Let's go 8. There we go. I guess if you wanted to just go 6, you could have like a half grin or something. Or maybe this kind of looks like the beginning of a boat. Like this could be the bottom of a boat. Or whatever you want to make. Be creative. Amuse me. Oh, I forgot to close my bracket. It kind of shows a little ghost closing of a bracket there, but officially I should close that bracket. So there's one equation. You can go back and or add 5 more equations. Don't use mine. That's mine, not yours. Okay, so you got to do something different. Also, if you want to change the color on these, you can. Let's see, how do you do that again? Oh, it's not there. Up here? No? Okay, I forget how to change the color. I'll have to play with that in a little bit, but it's okay. You can have them be whatever the default color is. It's fine. I think that's everything you need to know. So have fun with this. Make a creative design. Math can be creative too. It's not just art that's creative. And remember that Jesus loved you and so do I. So do your math.